A saddening morning, remember, this is with the confirmation coming in of Ratan Tata's demise. At 86, no more, but what a legacy that he's left behind. In many ways, a legend in itself, and not just for the business community, but for Indians at large. Condolences, therefore, immediately pouring in for Ratan Tata, whether it's a businessman or a politician or actors or a common individual, an Indian who's in some way or another benefited from the kind of contributions that Ratan Tata made. The tributes that are pouring in, and in the latest, the RE Minister has said, Ratan Tata was a visionary business leader. Arvind Kejriwal also has put out a statement to say Tata's legacy is a beacon of inspiration. Whether it's actor Salman Khan, Priyanka Chopra grieving the demise of Tata. So amid all of this, remember, it will be now about the last rites, about the tributes that have also been organized. Krishna Gopal, who's the executive editor of Business Today magazine, joins us this morning. Krishna, you must have, of course, traversed and tracked the career and the journey of Ratan Tata. According to you, what stands out? Because even with this long life that we see, there is a little sadness that I notice that people do feel have happened with this death.
Pooja, I think you're absolutely right when you spoke of Tata touching us in every form, the Tata brand name. I think I'm just going to bring up something that may sound very elementary, but cricket is something all of us love. And today we have the Tata IPL. So I'm just going to start off with that. And then you speak of any brand you use at home. Could be a Tata Financial Services, sipping a cup of coffee in Tata Starbucks, or just going out and buying a piece of Tata Steel for your home. So that ability to touch hosts of Indians, thanks to an array of industries that operate, and I think that itself is remarkable. I cannot think of too many conglomerates that had that kind of reach as far as the product range is concerned.
Also, Krishna, you know, on social media that I was noticing, while a lot of businessmen, politicians have the condolences, messages and tributes, there's a side reference about his life that's going on, which is about philanthropy, which is about love for animals, for street dogs, and the whole, and that we've known about, which sounds unbelievable, that street dogs were allowed to hang around the Taj Hotel. So all of that, I think, reflects on the kind of man he was.
But also, I think in many ways, the reticence of the man, his love for little things, like health, just the care for animals. And any of us who walked into Bombay House, we would see the dogs sitting there. So this is, it's a culture that's a marked departure from what one typically would see in any other conglomerate. I think that itself is something that must be mentioned at the outset here. The health part of it, you speak of Tata Cancer Hospital in Bombay, you speak of the various trusts that Tata Trust have put together in terms of the philanthropy activities by way of education. It's very hard to sum it up in one sentence in terms of the impact they've had in society. Business is only one part of the entire story. I think all of us would be a little short-sighted if we're going to judge Ratan Tata just for the contribution he made to Indian business or the fact how he took India and took the global. That's the business part of it. But the impact of society, the transformation he brought around, I think is nothing short of astonishing.
Stay on with me, Krishna, because as I'm looking constantly through the tributes and the messages coming in, there's one word that continues, and it's understandable. It's about the contributions that he made for India and thereby inspired many others to do the same. Ratan Tata, the chairman emeritus of the Tata Sons Group, passed away at the age of 86. The announcement coming in yesterday evening, and for an individual who led the group for over 2 decades, and not just leading it, remember, but leading it from the 1990s, specifically when India's economy was at the threshold of change. It wasn't really considered the best before 1990s. But in the latest, at the age of 86, he was suffering from a certain illness and had been for a long time. He was receiving intensive care at the Breach Candy Hospital in Mumbai. Eventually, the announcement did come. And then the tribute started to pour in. A visionary business leader, a compassionate soul, an extraordinary human being are some of the words that are being reiterated in those tribute messages. Top industrialists of the world, Sundar Pichai, Gautam Adani, Anand Mahindra, those who've known him and worked with him personally, and those who've just benefited in some way from the products that he has made. And these condolences are reflective of the sentiment on the ground. Maharashtra has decided to declare a day of mourning in the state. That's where he belonged from. He was residing there in Mumbai. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has said Ratan Tata will be accorded a state funeral when it comes to how the last rites will be performed.
आप जैसे आपको पता है कि टाटा ग्रुप की तरफ से प्रेस रिलीज दिया गया है। सुबह 10 बजे से लेके 3:30 बजे तक उनका जो पार्थिव शरीर है वो दर्शन के लिए एनसीपीए में रखा जा रहा है।
एक अनमोल रत्न कहते हैं, वो रहा नहीं। ये भारत का कोहिनूर, हरपला भारत का कोहिनूर रहा नहीं, हमसे बिछड़ गया है, ऐसा मैं कहूँगा। और रतन टाटा जी हमारे में नहीं रहे, ये बहुत ही वेदनादायी दुखद घटना है हमारे लिए, पूरे देश के लिए। पूरे देश का एक अभिमान था, हमारे महाराष्ट्र का भी अभिमान था।
रतन टाटा जी ये एक बहुत ही सफल उद्योगपति तो थे ही, लेकिन उससे भी बड़े व्यक्ति के रूप में हम उनको देखते हैं, क्योंकि जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने देश के लिए और समाज के लिए काम किया है, उन्होंने केवल सफल उद्योग नहीं खड़े किए, एक विश्वासार्हता खड़ी की, एक ऐसा ब्रांड खड़ा किया जिसने हमारे देश को एक ग्लोबल इमेज दी, और उसके साथ साथ अपनी संपत्ति को टाटा ट्रस्ट में विलीन करते हुए उन्होंने इस विश्वस्त व्यवस्था से, ट्रस्ट से जिस प्रकार के फिलेंथ्रोपिक काम उन्होंने किए हैं, चाहे वो शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में हो, चिकित्सा के क्षेत्र में हो, रिसर्च के क्षेत्र में हो, बुनियादी क्षेत्र में हो, समाज और देश के उपयोगी जो कार्य उन्होंने टाटा ट्रस्ट के माध्यम से किए हैं, मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि जितने महत्वपूर्ण उनके उद्योग है उतने महत्वपूर्ण ये कार्य भी है। इसीलिए एक बहुत बड़े मन का व्यक्ति आज हमारे बीच से चला गया है, देश के लिए ये बहुत बड़ा नुकसान है।
रतन टाटा जी ने इस देश के अंदर उद्योग, इंडस्ट्री, नए इनोवेशन, नए सेक्टर के अंदर जिस तरीके के भारत का नाम दुनिया के अंदर किया, आज भारत के अंदर कई नए इनोवेशन, नए इंडस्ट्री सेक्टर, नए टेक्नोलॉजी सेक्टर के अंदर टाटा के, रतन टाटा जी का बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा। इसी के साथ साथ उनकी जो दयालुता थी, उन्होंने समाज के उन वंचित गरीब व्यक्तियों के जीवन के लिए विशेष रूप से उन्होंने मेडिकल सेक्टर के अंदर टाटा कैंसर, जिससे सामाजिक बदलाव हो देश के अंदर, इसका बड़ा है। पूरे विश्व के अंदर भी उनकी प्रामाणिकता, विशेषता, व्यापार, इंडस्ट्रीज के सेक्टर में और सोशल सेक्टर के अंदर भी उनकी बहुत विशेषता, प्रामाणिकता देश के अंदर है। उन्होंने देश को एक बड़े ऊंचाई पर पहुंचाने में बहुत बड़ा योगदान दिया।